Doing these two things on your check ride can give you control, give you a little bit of extra time, and even give you a do-over. These are not tricks, they're not hacks, they're not secrets, and they're not against the rules. My name is Grant, and welcome to Grant's Pilot Advice. Today, I'm going to tell you about two things that I feel are underutilized by pilots on their check ride. These, when used properly, can definitely help you pass your check ride. They are delay vectors, which you can get in the air when you need a little bit extra time to prepare for an approach, and go-arounds, which you can use if that landing just doesn't seem like it's going to go to plan. So let's get into it, starting with delay vectors. So let's say you're on your instrument check ride. Your examiner gives you an approach to fly and vectors towards your final approach fix. You're already so close that by the time you set your GPS, brief your approach plate as fast as you can, you've already passed right through your final approach course and you failed your check ride. So what could you have done different? Well, as soon as the examiner gives you that approach and it turns towards your final approach fix, if you don't think that you have enough time to adequately prepare for this approach, you need to ask for delay vector. This will give you as much time as you need to run through checklists, load and activate your approach, and brief your approach plate. The federal aviation regulations say that it's the applicant that is the pilot command on the check ride, not the examiner. And the pilot command is responsible for the safety of the flight and has the final authority over what happens on that flight. Use that to your advantage. You are the pilot command. If you need more time so that you can get prepared for that approach, ask for it. Get prepared, nail that approach, and pass your check ride. Now let's talk about go-arounds. Let's say you're on a check ride and your examiner asks you to do a short field landing. Say this is your first approach of your check ride and you're at a different airport from your home airport. You come in too high and too fast and you know it, but you are bound and determined to get this airplane on the ground. You get down to the runway, you float it a little bit, you're a little bit long, it's a little bit bouncy, it's a rough landing, but you just barely squeak by. You don't fail, but it's not a great landing. So you landed the airplane, but your examiner isn't really impressed. So what could you have done different? If you notice that you're too high and too fast, you don't think that you're gonna make your landing, execute a go around. Now you know what that sight picture is like to be too high and too fast. You get a do-over, come in a little bit slower, a little bit lower, and then you can get that landing right the next time. On a check ride, applicants are evaluated using the Airman Certification Standards, or ACS. The ACS also outlines what must be done on a check ride. This includes maneuvers, landings, and even says that the applicant must demonstrate a go-around. This means that on a check ride, if an approach isn't going the way that you want it to, you get one free go-around. Any more than that can be considered a failure. I think some examiners may allow you more than one go-around, but that's on you to know your examiner, and really you should just know your landings, so you don't need to use more than one go-around. The only limitation for using a go-around on a check ride is for a power-off 180. Executing a go-around on a power-off 180 is specifically not allowed per the ACS and will result in a check ride failure. It's important to remember all of the options and tools that are available to you as a pilot. So hopefully today, I've given you two more tools that you can use to help you pass your check ride. In fact, I guarantee you that properly using delay vectors and go-arounds will help you pass. Of course, if you don't know your stuff, no amount of delay vectors or go-arounds are going to help you pass your check ride. So make sure that you're adequately prepared. If you have questions on this video or suggestions for future videos, leave me a comment. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching, fly safe, and never stop learning.